Alright, so I'm just driving through Montgomery. It's a commute to work. It's about 40 minutes. I'm going to just let this car come through. Come on. Yeah, on the way to work, I thought I'd have a little chat about what I've learned as a returning biker in my mid-50s from undertaking an Institute of Advanced Motorist Advanced Driving course. So I've completed the course. I haven't done the test yet. That's upcoming. So has doing an advanced driving course improved or affected my road riding? We've got get out of the way, you fucker. Fucking hell. Well, I'll tell you what I did there. That was target fixation in action. I fucking stared at the pheasant and nearly hit him. Very glad I didn't. Anyway, back to the story. I've done 5 or 6 IAM, an Institute of Advanced Motorist drives with my observer Mike. He's the chairman of our local group, and I've always wanted to do an advanced driving course. I've done quite a lot of lots of bike training above and beyond the basic training I did back in the, passing my test in the 80s, 1980s that is. Not the 1880s. I've done 3 California Superbike schools on racetracks. That's been fun. I've done a training day at Mallory, which was run by somebody else, and I've done 20 plus track days. I thoroughly enjoyed all of that. But advanced road riding and advanced driving on the road I've never done until now. So what can I say about the advanced driving training I've had? Well, it's pretty boring, it's pretty dull, and a lot of it is common sense, but there are some real gems in there. I'm not sure I needed 5 lessons to learn them all. I think you could write them down on the back of a fag packet, but the important thing is practicing them systematically. So it is a system of driving, and the 5 lessons I've had, or rather the 5 observed drives I've had, or 5 or 6, whatever it's been, have been great because I've been able to practice what I learned quite early on, quite quickly. I've been able to practice those with an observer, and so I think it's been really good. And I've been practicing them on my own as well when I drive, but it often crosses my mind, this must transfer to bike riding, and I think it does to a large extent. The main thing is positioning. So right now, on a right hand bend, you position it to the near side, to the left, and then as the bend's in front of you wants to go to the left, you move to the right a little bit, to the off side, to where I am now. Now it's straight, so I can go wherever I want, really. So positioning is a big part of it, and it allows you to be seen earlier by oncoming traffic, because you're not hugging the apex of a left-hand bend, or too far to the right or the offside on a right-hand bend that might be blind, and the cars won't see you until they come around the corner into a 20. Slow down for that. They're pretty hot on speed limits, the Institute of Advanced Motorists, I will say that. So that they like you to stick to those, which I'm not at the minute. Let's just bring that down a bit. 20. God, 20 is slow, isn't it? Anyway, but there's this. It's a system of driving, and the kind of the core of it is IPSGA, IPSGA. I for information, and the key thing with that is that you take the information and you do that using what we used to call the vanishing point, but the IAM calls it the limit point, which is as far as you can see along the road. Basically, you're taking all the information you can see from the limit point back to you, all the prevailing hazards that might be presenting themselves to you, cars pulling out, pedestrians, loose dogs, whatever, and you take that information, you use it to make a plan. It's not, it's almost not, it becomes subconscious, but you are making a plan for how you're going to deal with that particular hazard. But you also give that information, so that's take, use, give, tug. You give the information, you give it a tug, is what I've heard our friend Reg Local say. Take, use, give the information, So that's the information phase, and you're using that all the time, that you're never not really taking in the information and giving the information. So the use give bit, the give bit, that's about using your brakes maybe to show the drivers behind that there's a problem, even if you're not using the brakes to slow down. You can, or indicating, you know, using your indicators is a way of giving the information of what you're going to do, what your plan is. And then the next phase is P, position. And position's all about, like I was saying before, putting yourself in the right place on the road, the best place on the road for whatever's happening in front of you, whether it's a hazard or not. But more often than not, just changing your position is usually enough, is often enough anyway, to reduce the risk of the hazard and mitigate the risk. So right now I'm left-hand bend, so that is a hazard, the left-hand bend. So I'm positioning myself over to the offside, which gives me much better visibility vision through the bends. I'm looking all the way up to see that green car up ahead coming towards us. Probably saw that before the cars in front did, because they're typically not looking that far ahead. So I'm back to my position again is back over to the offside, which is around here. I've got a better view around this left-hand bend we're approaching, and I'm going to be seen earlier as well by an oncoming car, or vehicle. So that's good. So the position thing's really important, but once you've changed your position, you have to do it in this order. If you change your position and you still think that's not quite enough, the position alone is not getting me there, then the next thing to tackle is your speed, and this all becomes automatic, like I said earlier. Then you change your speed. So I might decide that corner I've just positioned myself for, I'm going in a little bit too quick for that corner, so I'm going to roll off the throttle, lose a bit of speed, and in more extreme cases I might need to apply a bit of brake just to slow me down more. Generally speaking, the system of driving that the IAM teaches, and probably Rosper as well, is all about anticipating things well before they happen, and meaning that you're never really relying on your reflexes to do anything. You're not relying on quick reflexes, at least. And that's pretty cool, because it does make for a really more relaxing ride and drive, and it actually gives you more mental capacity to counterintuitively actually go quicker. So I find that the more I apply the system, the more confidence I have, the less risk there seems to be, and the quicker I can actually go. I mean, whether you go above the speed limit or not, that's up to you, but I'm finding that I can use more of the available speed limit when I'm driving to this system or riding to this system, because I'm not in a state of high concentration requiring immediate, fast reflexes for anything, because everything's just kind of unfolding slowly in front of me, and there's plenty of time to react, and the reactions are typically quite slow. So rolling off the throttle gently, changing your position gently, changing gear well before you might otherwise have done. So it's just a lot more relaxed, but it doesn't mean you don't have to be going quick or having an enjoyable time riding or driving. So yeah, I'd say that. So then that's the position. Then the speed bit, I was just saying, you lose speed. The speed phase is always reducing speed, pretty much. But the G part of it is your gear. Once you've changed your speed, it's quite common to need to change gear, usually down a gear or two. So you do it in the right order. You change your position first. If you need to, you change your speed, and if you, having changed your speed, you need to change gear, then you change gear. All good. And then the last phase is the acceleration phase, which is basically accelerating away from the hazard, which you presumably negotiated at a slightly slower speed. You're accelerating back up to the prevailing road speed, or the speed limit you've got, or whatever's safe for the conditions. So it's pretty good, really. It's a good system. I'm actually enjoying the systematic nature of it, and I'm enjoying and definitely benefiting from it. It's a bit of a game, it's like doing it in the right way, and it has made driving more enjoyable. Another big factor, or another big part of doing the advanced driving training is learning to do this running commentary, which they call spoken thought. And you basically are expected to do 5 or 10 minutes of running commentary on what you're doing and what you're seeing and what you're doing about what you're seeing. So I could do a little bit now for you. So left-hand bend here, so I'm well over to the offside, looking through the bend, but I'm quite wide so that I'm going to be seen a bit earlier and I can see around the corner earlier. Now to the near side for my position. My speed and gear are fine, so I don't need to do anything there. I'm a little close to this white car in front, to be honest. So I'm over to the near side for this bit, right-hand bend. We've got a crest coming up, so I normally wouldn't just go ploughing over that at high speed, so I'd roll off the throttle a bit. They call that acceleration sense in the IAM Advanced Motorists. Risk of horses on the road, not likely to happen at the moment. I know there's a riding school along here. Back to the near side, looking well down. I can see some heavy goods vehicle coming forward towards me, and vehicles behind, anticipating that they might be frustrated by his slowness and want to overtake, but they're not, so that's all good. We got we got Ben's twisty road, whatever you call it, for the next mile, according to that very worn sign. Yeah, I don't know, it just feels really relaxing, and I do enjoy that. It's quite meditative, you know, giving a running commentary. I'd recommend doing it yourself, even if you've not had any training. It's quite interesting what you can see, and you'll soon realise what you haven't seen, because you'll be talking about other stuff and then something will happen that you didn't talk about and you'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't see that then. Anyway, that might do for now. So in a nutshell, have I enjoyed the Institute of Advanced Motorists Advanced Driving? I have, absolutely. It's been really good. It was 200 quid, it's a lot of money, but I think it's money well spent.